Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm speechless. I don't have a comment.
The way that they were portrayed, though, they were being portrayed as being incompetent and buffoons, which just did not reflect the demographic that I think that they were trying to gain back trust.
Men felt a little weak, goofy, silly, like the butt of the joke. Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Mike.
I'm Chris.
This is another episode of Corporate Employees React. I myself have attained an MBA and Chris has achieved his executive MBA. Both of us have been working in the corporate world for quite an extensive period of time.
Let's get into the video.
So the question for Bud Light, is that ad meant for the viewer to want to buy the product? Because I'm confused and watching this has been rather uncomfortable for me. Chris, does this make you want to buy Bud Light? Where do you think they went wrong in this ad campaign?
It definitely does not make me want to buy Bud Light. It's just the ad itself is very insulting to the demographic that they're trying to win back. So that is why I don't think this ad fell very, very short.
How would you say it was insulting? So the demographic for Bud Light is 70% male. So you're saying it's insulting to the men of the ad.
Exactly. So they portray them in the ad as being incompetent men who were out of shape and did not even. And as you can see from the ad itself, it showed them not even knowing how to open a can of Bud Light. So. As a consumer of like alcoholic beverages or adult beverages, it does not resonate with me. It just does not. It makes me want to buy anything else but Bud Light.
Well, silly, right? Like one of the guys weren't able to open a keg.
Exactly.
The logical thing to do is maybe bring over experienced keg opener, someone who's capable. But it was just silliness overall.
Yep.
Another scene, you have a guy who can't even get onto a hammock. Like what?
Well, it's not. It's also they tried to also try and make us a little bit of the women in the ad look incompetent, but at the same time, it just the majority of the ad was just trying to target men as being the weaker sex, both physically and mentally. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, they made the man the butt of the joke. It was uncomfortable to watch. It was unbearable for me. Chris, so let's talk about customer validation. Like, how did this get released? What could they done to better resonate with the audience?
Well, I would not have released this ad if they did their actual due diligence in their I don't know what their marketing or advertising process is, but like in any Fortune 500 company that's in the CPG industry, when they're trying to release a new product or gain demand for the product, they would of course try and market it, and one of the ways to market is by ads. When they produce an ad, before they actually release it to the general public, they would get a focus group together, a small sample size, and different sample size to be the microcosm of what the American consumer base would be. Did they take enough of a larger sample group? Did they do that due diligence? Because that takes time. And I'm assuming they were trying to win back the American consumer given the backlash of the Dylan Mulvaney ad. So maybe they just rushed this and did not. And again, they fell short because they rushed it and they failed.
I think their focus group lacked diversity. They probably got a more woke audience in that focus group that were all similar minded, and they all approved and gave it the check mark to go ahead and release it. So now we have a really woke ad that does not resonate with the general public.
Well, do you know what that means, right? That means the current the current VP of Bud Light, who they say was actually fired, was still running the show, and she greenlit this ad to go public. So
Yeah, well, time will tell. We'll see how Bud Light stock sales go, and yeah, we'll give it a couple years and see where the company ends up.
Yep, exactly.
So now let's get into what steps would you take if you were the VP of Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch in winning back the American consumers?
Oh, that's easy. First of all, gut the entire organization of Bud Light in terms of who, anything that had that type of mindset, get them out of the, reassign them in the organization. And then wait 6 months. Literally don't bring it up. You're going to have to just let time, time is a great cleanser in terms of trying to cleanse the palate, trying to
For sure.
get that taste out of their mouth, and then start beginning. And then as for those 6 months, you're not as you're staying quiet as an organization, not putting yourself out there in public. Yeah, your sales are gonna tank. Release and develop an ad that really resonates with the American public. And what Americans love about being American is football and the military. So develop an ad that literally has football in it, has them paying tribute to the military, because that's what Americans love. And that would probably win back the Bud Light's old consumer base, which still exists, and it's actually just given the climate we're in, it's actually now multiplying. There's a cultural shift, and people don't get that the people that they were trying to attract to drink Bud Light never liked Bud Light in the first place. So why would you try and attract them in the first place? You should always try and stick to the consumer base that you know and that love your products, and grow them.
So understand the consumer, go back to the roots, that why those consumers even loved Bud Light in the first place.
Yep.
Reinforce it, improve it.
Yep.
And then film a campaign ad that resonates to them, because they are the ones that actually drink it.
Exactly. So football and the military.
Sounds like a plan. Now we'll be taking a moment to react to the 90s Bud Light commercials that actually did well.
You're not screwdriver too?
I'm in.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Read it, yeah.
Pliers.
Make it a Bud Light.
All right, how did you like that one?
Oh, I love that ad. And the reason why is because it's literally, it's showing, it was funny, but it was really funny. And it showed the ingenuity of what men are. Literally they were, so the problem was they ran out of Bud Light. Solution, let's steal our neighbors. And how do we do that? Go through the wall and into someone else's fridge and take it. So that was that was actually really, really good. That was a really funny and good ad. It makes me want to buy a Bud Light watching that ad.
It was hilarious. The guy screaming at the end because his Bud Light's gone.
Yeah.
That was great.
And
Showed the male obsession with beer.
Exactly. So that's how a proper ad should be.
Definitely. Agreed. All right, let's take a look at the next one.
Cool place.
Nice. How about a Bud Light?
Yeah, great.
Get on.
That's not where you think it is.
Oh? Then what is it?
Did somebody open a Bud Light?
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Here, have mine. Bud Light?
All right, that one was good. Had me in the first half,
Yeah.
and then again, it was just brilliant. That made me laugh. It was a genuine chuckle.
Well, it's a classic American beer commercial. Beautiful women, men that love Bud Light, and then also it actually showed another way of a solution to a problem. How do you get downstairs fast enough to get your beer? Put in a fire pole.
Brilliant.
So that's what I loved about it.
It was good. It was genuine. It was creative, funny.
Exactly.
Nothing political. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing away from driving the business. It was the focus is to get more sales, get more consumers, get people entertained.
Exactly.
It is what an ad's supposed to be.
What it used to be.
What it used to be now. Things changed. Yeah.
Yeah. we can't have those type of ads anymore.
And finally, to conclude our episode, Chris, what would you say Bud Light should be doing going forward in terms of their ad campaigns?
Definitely, they should take their time and due diligence in doing the research going forward, as well as once they have an ad that's ready to go out, use focus group checks and use a large sample size. And the reason why is at least you get that diverse amount of data in regards to who you're trying to track back into Bud Light. And then also ensure that the ad that you're creating and putting out there aligns with your overall strategy of what you're trying to do. And that is to regain the trust of the American public. Not only the American public, but the American men who consume your products and have been consuming your products since your inception.
Definitely. Perfect. All right, so this concludes our episode of Corporate Employees Reacts. Tune in again with us next week, and we'll be back.